Hi, I'm Dan Beasy, part of the Tuesday class of ITM. My professor is Mr. Don Hardaway, and my presentation is going to be on supply chain management. Supply chain management is a new essential method for operational efficiency for a major corporation. Now, what exactly is supply chain management? I will discuss that topic as well as the three main flows, the two types of software of supply chain management, and the advantages of supply chain management. Now, what exactly is supply chain management? Supply chain management is the management of the flow of goods and services. This includes the storage and distribution of raw materials, current inventory, and finished goods. The overall purpose of supply chain management is to carefully overlook the finances, information, and materials that are involved as suppliers, manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, and consumers all interact with one another. How it works. The raw materials are brought into the business or organization for production. The finished goods continue to be processed and are ready for distribution for buyers. The buyers will finally receive their goods in the best way imaginable. The process. So as you can see, process starts with the raw materials. These raw materials are then sent to the supplier. Then from the supplier, it's sent to the manufacturers. Then from the manufacturers, it's sent to the distributors. The distributors bring them to the customer, and the customer will finally give it to the consumer. Now here are the three types of flows: the product flow, the operation flow, and the finance flow, which I will discuss in the next 3 slides. The process flow. The process flow is simply the time the raw materials are ready for use to the time the end product reaches the customer. The information flow. The information flow is nothing but the sharing of information between the customer and the supplier. The information flow involves transmitting orders and updating the status of delivery. Now the last of the 3 flows, the finance flow. The finance flow is the funds flow from the consumer to the manufacturer, and then from the manufacturer to the supplier. The financial flow consists of credit terms, payment schedules, and co-assignment and title ownership arrangements. Now, in the next 2 slides, I'm going to discuss the 2 types of software. The 2 types of software are the planning application and the execution application. Here's the planning application. Planning applications use advanced mathematical algorithms to determine the best way to fill an order for a product. The execution application. Execution applications focus on the specific being of the product and the movement of raw materials, assembly components, and completed products. The financial application includes the financial information between all parties accountable during the transaction of goods during supply chain management. Now here is an advantage of supply chain management from the owner's perspective. From the owner's perspective, supply chain management increases efficiency in production of all business operations. Now here's an advantage of supply chain management from the customer's perspective. Supply chain management from the customer's perspective provides a delivery process that is very systematic, and the customer receives the specific product very swiftly and efficiently. Now, during the next 2 slides, I'm going to discuss the advantages of supply chain management for businesses. The advantages are that it reduces costs, minimizes delays, increases productivity, and enhances collaboration. And here's the advantages from cost. Supply chain management creates a lead to lower costs of goods because the process is very efficient. Supply chain management also creates relationships with raw material suppliers that will become strong and can lead to cost cuts from raw materials companies. Now here's the advantage of minimized delays. Supply chain management ensures that production or manufacturing never slows down or comes to a halt because the company is out of supplies to make its products. Here's the advantage of increased productivity that supply chain management provides. The constant flow of raw materials into a company helps products be created faster. The buyers receive their goods in the best efficient way possible, and they will continue to buy from the companies because of the strong process. Now here's the advantage that supply chain management provides for enhanced collaboration. The supply chain management system is wired into the latest software and allows you to know the position your raw materials in your finished product are in by tracking both your suppliers and your distributors. This knowledge can keep relationships between these businesses strong. Now finally, the last slide, my conclusion. Supply chain management is enabling businesses around the world to distribute their respected goods in the best way possible. This method will continue to be successful for years to come. And that is the end of my presentation.